Hey everyone, Jason Case here with another video, and today I want to discuss how to increase organic traffic to your website. So for those of you that are not familiar with what organic traffic is, it's the type of traffic that you're not necessarily paying for. So you do pay for the strategies to get you ranking in the search engines, but once you start ranking there, you're not paying per click. So it's an excellent strategy that you can focus on to generate sales. And it's an excellent long-term marketing strategy because this compounds over time and it'll constantly deliver more traffic over time to your website as long as you follow best practices. So what I want to talk about today is I think there's some confusion here with some business owners that don't understand SEO and content marketing and what goes in to building website traffic. So sometimes they're misled by the companies that they're dealing with this marketing approach. So I talk to business owners and they're like, well, I don't understand why I'm not ranking. The previous company that we used, we paid for SEO when we got the website built. Well, when you get a website built and they say that they're going to optimize it for SEO, this doesn't mean that you're going to just start immediately getting traffic in and you're going to constantly getting traffic over time. Now, optimizing it for SEO, yeah, that's fine, but that's just bare bones. I mean, maybe optimizing it so it's indexed by the search engines and optimizing the meta titles and meta descriptions for the current pages on the website. But that's just the beginning stage. There's so much more that goes into it to keep on continually ranking in the search engines and driving more traffic over time to your website. So just doing that is not going to cut it. You're going to have to follow a lot more strategies, and that's what I want to discuss in today's video. So our overall goal, we got to drive more traffic, more organic traffic to your website. Traffic that we're not going to be paying per click for. So the strategies, yes, SEO is a strategy, and with that is on-site optimization, link building, the technical sides of SEO, fixing server errors, 4xx errors, 301 redirects, and all that stuff. But that's just one part of it. SEO is not going to send you traffic without content. You need to push content out on your website. And this is where things have changed a lot over the last five years or so. So before, you could pretty much throw up a landing page and stuff some keywords on it, maybe have 250, 500 words on that page and optimize it for some conversions. Well, that's not the case anymore. That's extremely thin content, and if you have a lot of this thin content that is trying to manipulate the search engines to rank, you're going to get penalized. So, and what I mean by that is if Google finds out that you're doing it and their algorithms are smarter now, and they penalize your site, you're gone. Your traffic, you're not going to get any more traffic anymore until you fix those changes and submit those changes for a request for removal of that penalty. But that's not exactly going to say that Google's going to lift it, and it might take them a while to even review that. So best practices is just to focus on strategies that align with their algorithm. And that's what I'm going to discuss today. So, how we're going to do this is publish in-depth content frequently. So, once you have your website, it's optimized well, again, that's just setting the foundation of your site. Now we want to start pushing out a lot of content. But not any content. You need to do your research and understand the low-hanging fruit to go after first and create a content strategy that you can go after so you can start getting traction on some of the lower competitive areas. This will help build authority to your site over time. Once you start getting more authority, then you can start going after the more competitive content, the keywords with higher search volumes. Optimize this content for the searches. So after you publish the content, you need to optimize it. And I've talked about a lot of this in other videos. So if you want to go in depth on all these different topics I'm talking about here, go check out my YouTube channel. I have a category for search engine optimization. I also have a category for content marketing. Go through there. I've done a lot of videos in depth on each of these subsets. After you optimize and publish this content, then you need to start promoting the content, or nobody's going to find out about it. You know, right when you start a website and you push your first blog post out, you're not just going to immediately get traffic. You need to build awareness of this content. So this is just the starting point. You need to share it on social media, run paid ads. You know, run paid ads on Facebook, promoting this content. Outreach to industry blogs. So this is part of like link building. Outreach to industry influencers, people who have a lot of connections in your industry that could share this content and get in front of a mass audience of your target market. And this is ways you can build links to your site. Keep your website up to date and optimized with the search engines. So you can't just set up a website and that's it. Forget about it. You need to constantly update the framework for security purposes and for just speed optimization, and constantly be looking at improving it so it provides optimal user experience. Fix any 4xx and 5xx errors that you encounter over time. So 5xx are going to be like your server errors. You'll probably need a developer to help you with this if you don't understand this stuff. And 4xx errors could be like pages not found, your 404 pages. It's good to clean this stuff up. Don't post thin or duplicate content. So again, back in the day, you could post 250, 500 word articles and start ranking for niche keywords pretty quickly. Not anymore. I think a recent study showed that the average page that was ranking in the top 10 results of Google is over 1,200 or 1,500 words. So they're pretty in-depth. And actually, you should be going over and beyond that to try to beat that out. So posting 3,000, 5,000 word posts. It just has to be in-depth and very good quality content. Don't put a lot of fluff in it or nobody's going to read it. Make sure your site is secure. So this is another big thing. And you should be having your site secure anyway to encrypt sensitive personal data of people that visit your website. But the search engines are like Google are weighing heavily on this. So make sure your site's secure. This will impact your conversions too down the road, especially when Google rolls out in Google Chrome in October that they'll be warning everybody that uses Google Chrome that visits a non-secure site that site's not secure. It's going to give a prominent warning message about this. So make sure that you secure your site with the SSL certificate. Optimize your site for fast load times. People want stuff to load quick. If it takes forever for your site to load or a page to load, people will bounce. And this is going to impact your rankings, and you're not going to be able to get as much traffic as you could if your website loads faster. It'll impact your conversions too. Always customize your meta titles and meta descriptions. So you can't just post a page or a blog post and not customize these meta titles and meta descriptions, or your page probably isn't going to rank as well. Your click-through ratios are going to be low in the search engines. Make good use of internal linking to related content. So what I mean by this is if you publish a blog post, make sure you link to other content on your site that's related to that topic. This keeps people engaged and also helps with the search engines, their robots, to crawl through your site and find out all the content in the topic clusters, and it'll help you rank better in the search engines too. So anyway, that's it for today's video, guys. If you need help with any of this, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. Take care, and we'll talk tomorrow.